Hey everyone, Matt here with another top 10 video, and this time we're going to be discussing the results from our recent community poll over the best loyalty missions across the Mass Effect franchise. Now, since the days of Mass Effect 2, fans have wanted the loyalty missions to return from then on due to the success and enjoyment brought out from their missions, and these were eventually reintroduced into Mass Effect Andromeda with the new cast of Squadmates. After 1,000 votes in total, we have a top 10 from the 18 true loyalty missions that were possible across the two games. So let's dive into the results. Okay, so let's briefly start off by mentioning the 8 Squadmates loyalty missions that weren't as loved as others. Poor old Jacob, as kind of expected, came last, and this kind of entails the fact that he's probably the most hated squadmate in the entire franchise. Vetra's mission was surprisingly the lowest ranked loyalty mission in Andromeda, and also missing the main list we have Zaid, Miranda, Cora, Jack, Jarl and Samara, but by all means they still had decent loyalty missions. But some of the other ones in the franchise just added a little bit more to the game or to the character profiles or backstory of the squad. At number 10 we have Professor Mordin Solus. You know, that badass ex-STG operative and scientist Silurian who played a major part in the Genophage, which is pretty much the backstory of his loyalty mission in Mass Effect 2. Back on the Dust Bowl of Tuchanka, Mordin requests that Shepard helps him track down his former student Malin, who is falsely rumoured to have been captured and forced into researching a cure for the Genophage. This is later revealed, however, to be willingly out of guilt. Shepard then has a decision to make of whether to keep or destroy Malin's data, as well as if Malin's betrayal is enough to cost him his life. Let's just hope for his sake that by this point Shepard's eyes aren't bulging red. Coming in just after, we have Nakmor Drak from Mass Effect Andromeda, the veteran Croghan Warrior. His loyalty originates in the Croghan colony of New Tuchanka, as he later finds out that a Croghan botanist called Vaughn has been kidnapped. If you introduce a minor antagonist in the form of a Roan, you have the recipe here for a good loyalty mission. Personally, this mission wasn't anything new or special, so what is possibly carrying the votes is the fact that Drak is such an amazing and loved squadmate. Oh, and you can drop a Roan to his death into the abyss if you're not really the forgiving type. Thane Krios, the Drell assassin, is ranked 8th on our list, where his loyalty mission is stealthy like his career. After leading the life of an assassin, he wants nothing more than his son to live a normal life free of crime. So upon hearing Kolyat's plan of an assassination of his own, both Shepard and Thane need to stalk his target and wait for Kolyat to make his move. If you do fail this mission, it makes you feel pretty upset, and may make the suicide mission a little harder to perfect, so you'd better hope Kolyat doesn't do anything he would regret later. At number 7 we have Peary, the energetic Asari obsessed with remnant technology in the Helios cluster. You'll never guess what her loyalty mission is based around. Yeah, remnant technology. Peary tricks Ryder into an escape pod and launches it towards a world full of volcanic lava. Yeah, not the brightest of ideas, I know. She has detected a mysterious remnant signal she personally felt the need to investigate. Later on, she discovers her ex-girlfriend Kalinda is also making an assault towards this signal to find this remnant device. Prepare for plenty of remnant and outlaw fights and a final decision that asks whether technology is more valuable than a life. Erdnot Grunt is up next at 6, with just below 7% of the vote. Shepard may have set out to recruit Warlord Okeer, but his project in the form of Grunt, fans will argue would never have been a choice if we had to choose one of them anyway. The mission originates from Grunt feeling seriously unwell. The diagnosis made by the clan leader of Erdnot is essentially Croghan puberty, of which he has to undergo a rite of passage to prove himself worthy to the clan leader in order to join the clan and feel like a proper adult. This mission is great if you play games to fight in combat lots and is essentially a horde mode up until you have to fight at Thresher more. Whether you killed her or just lollygagged and survived until the time expired, that's on you, but why not aim for the top? Now we have the latecomer to Shepard's roster, Legion. Legion's loyalty originates right at the end of the game after acquiring the Reaper IFF. Legion explains the difference between the heretics and those apathetic towards organics. In order to stop a virus that will eventually turn all Geth into heretics that follow the Reapers, Legion requests Shepard to help him destroy the code. The decision at the end of this mission holds high weight in Mass Effect 3, as Legion realizes he can use the code to rewrite the heretics as opposed to destroying them. Next up we have Liam Costa, who just falls shy of the top 3. And some may find this relatively surprising, seeing as in our top 5 Andromeda squadmate video he was unranked as 6th as the least favourite squadmate in the game. But his loyalty mission was excellently done, and this proves that. His mission showed the most comical lines out of any loyalty mission we have had across the franchise, and also a throwback Star Wars reference which I'm sure fans picked up on. It also shared the typical save someone and stop the bad guy idea like all the others, therefore it's no wonder with the level design and comical moments why it's so high on this list. The mission occurs on an abandoned Ket ship taken over by pirates and outlaws, run by a short-tempered Angara named Carlo. It felt nice to cut him off, like the Council Mass Effect 1.
Everything's under control. Just a simple weapon malfunction. How are you?
What is this? Get cameras on the bay. We'll figure it out! Stoked. This ship is property of Talonwing. Now you're property too, just like the rest.
You dent your lock or the principal will be pissed.
It isn't a joke! I jumped us here blind. We don't know where anyone is or how anything works. And now we're fighting some asshole who wants everyone chained. It's like hitting Andromeda all over again.
Seal the bay.
Don't make this about the whole initiative. We're here to help, and why am I the one defending your plan?
I don't know.
I will not be ignored anymore.
See? Total asshole.
Right, now we're on to the big 3, and this goes to Kasumi. As we know, Kasumi was a DLC character from Mass Effect 2, so it's more than possible that players may not know a lot about her and her corresponding loyalty mission. This story out of all of them feels a lot less copy and paste to the other missions, but also has your typical bad guy, Donovan Hock. Hock apparently murdered Kasumi's partner Keiji Okuda and stole the grey box of his collective memories. Shepard arrives to one of Hock's well-established parties as an alias in order to break into his vault. And get this, your party gift is a statue of Saren, which is secretly a stash for the weapons and armour for when all hell breaks loose. Not only was the story on point for this loyalty mission, with a fresh introduction to a new squadmate, but the planet Beckenstein is beautiful, and the house where the mission takes place is very pretty in itself. So overall, great mission, and is well deserving of the 3rd spot on this list. Right, now we have the fans' favourites, and just falling short of the top spot, we have Garris at rank 2, arguably the most popular squadmate across the franchise. Everyone seemed to love Garris in the trilogy, and this made his loyalty mission therefore even more enjoyable. Also, this mission has a lot of content and history as it continues the story going back to the days where Garris was a vigilante in Omega trying to stop crime. I mean, I could talk about this for hours. But during the time of the Lazarus Project, after Shepard's death, he created a team of vigilantes which stood up for the poor and the weak. Business began to boom, and he was pissing off just about every gang there was possible to piss off. Eventually, this led to an unfortunate event, where a Turian named Sidonis is captured, tortured, and fears for his own life, consequently betraying Garris and the team, and this leads to the death of the entire team, all except Garris. Cue the revenge mission on Omega where we re-meet up with him under the Archangel alias. After eventually tracking down Sidonis' location, Garris' loyalty evokes the tracking down of the mole that he used to trust by finding Fade, otherwise known as Harkin, a corrupt ex-cop. The result of Garris' loyalty is a straight up revenge headshot to Sidonis, or a calmer approach by speaking to the Turian and getting him to show his true feelings and regret for his actions.
I know what I did. I know they died because of me. I have to live with that. I wake up every night, sick, and sweating. Each of their faces staring at me, accusing me. I'm already a dead man. I don't sleep. Food has no taste. Some days, I just want it to be over.
And finally, the fans' vote for the favourite loyalty mission in the Mass Effect franchise goes to Tali. Tali, like Garris, is a series veteran, and therefore fans will rate any mission with her in as a favourite, due to the sheer love of her character. However, the loyalty mission alone would stand for itself without this love. Tali receives a disturbing message from the flotilla that she has been charged of treason due to the inactive Geth parts she has been sending to the fleet, of which the Admiralty Board made the assumption of her treason because the Alarai was attacked and taken over by Geth units. This killed everyone aboard, including her father. So upon Tali's trial, Shepard agrees to retake the Alarai to learn more about what has happened and try and clear her name. This can be done by many ways, for example by lying and saying that there was no evidence found when there really was. Unfortunately, this does make her an exile. Or you can use your charm and intimidate options to present the history of everything Tali has done for the fleet and show her trust and devotion she has. Or you can rally the crowd and get some old friends like Vitor to speak for Tali, resulting in a decision of finding her not guilty. So it's quite a powerful mission with many different outcomes and decisions, with one of the all-time most beloved characters and a slight impact on the Mass Effect 3 story between the Geth and the Quarians. So let us know how differently you would have ranked the Squadmate loyalty quests. What was your favourite? Do you agree partly with this list from the overall community poll? Let us know in the comments below. We would like to thank you all for watching our video here at BioWare Follower. A like and a click on that subscribe button would be amazing, and we hope to see you again in a future video. Goodbye everyone.